Everybody, can you hear me? I'm just gonna yell. Yeah. We don't need this because we're gonna be louder than the traffic, okay? Listen to me, my name is Sandy Harris. I'm honored to be Executive Director at TA, and too often I'm meeting all of you here after a crash, a preventable crash, one that this city knows and has known for decades how to prevent. What we saw take place on Broadway was another preventable tragedy. This city, let me be clear, this city has every tool possible to make our streets safe for all of us. I see children out here. I see those with bicycles. I see older adults. I see those with limited abilities. All of these streets need to be built for all of us and not these cars. These assault vehicles that every day are polluting our air. They're making it unsafe for us to simply go to work. You can be our friends visiting from Mexico getting a bagel down the street. A 99-year-old Holocaust survivor on your way to the synagogue. It does not matter who you are in this city. Our streets are not built for us. Today, again, we call on our mayor. We call on the council. We say it is time to put people first. Why is that such a difficult ask? Human beings instead of inanimate objects. We talk about how the city wants to recover. Let's talk about investing in the proven solutions that make this city a more equitable city, a more resilient city, a city where we can stay and thrive. I'm the parent of little children. Neither I nor anyone else should have to fear death or injury when crossing the street. Again, this city has the tools. It's time for this mayor to advance them. And I'm proud to say that thanks to all of you, just moments ago we heard from the mayor about work that they're going to be doing immediately to start to redesign this corridor. We say thank you because we need to give credit where credit is due, and it's not enough. And it won't be enough until we get to Vision Zero, until you can cross the street without fear of violence, until healthcare workers no longer have the longest commute time in the city, until there isn't an asthma alley up in the Bronx, until where you live in your zip code is not a determinant of economic opportunity. This is about putting people first on our streets. 25 by 25 is our plan that we've advanced with so many of you to get there. By 2025, we need this mayor to believe in him, to commit to his promise, giving 25% of our street space back to people. Just look at what's possible. We're not talking about some new innovation. Look behind you. All of this is stuff that New York City knows how to do and simply needs to scale. So while we're going to talk about the incredible things that are possible, I want to pass it over to Hindi Shachter, who's a member of Families for Safe Streets.
Can you hear me? Can't hear. We can't hear.
Turn you when you talk to the wrong side of the
Give me the megaphone.
There you go.
Can you hear me? No. I'm trying to, since I'm up here already,
Everyone come closer.
Come in a little bit closer.
I'm trying to talk as loud as I can. I am Hindi Shachter, and I want to ask you a simple question. What year is this?
2022.
Well, are you sure? When my beloved husband of 27 years was killed in a crash in 2014, I thought I would join Families for Safe Streets. We would work for a few months to get the street redesigned, and the city would be fine. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and now 2022, and we're still here. We're constantly meeting because new people are widows, orphans, they've lost their children. We need a new calendar. We need a calendar of thoughtful redesign of streets. We need action. 2022. Yes, indeed. I love you all, but I want to never meet you here again.
Next, I'm honored to welcome Barbara Blair from the Garment District Mid. Alright, we're just kidding. Alright, we need a new. If anybody wants to make a donation to TA, we could certainly use a new bullhorn. Thank you. You're gonna. Alright.
Okay, I'm going to be really brief.
Great.
I'm
You can stay here.
going to be really brief because it's very loud out here. Fortunately, I come from a huge family, so I can yell. And this is what I have to say. This was a brilliant idea. Whatever it was a brilliant idea of Bloomberg. But there has to be committed political will to make these things be realized in the way that they were intended. And these spaces that were created are all temporary, they're degrading. The city must make the investment that is required to make these permanent spaces that are safe, that rationalize the multitude of users that we have in this incredibly small building line to building line space, which has to do with protected bike lanes, it has to do with traffic cameras, for all the people that haven't registered yet that it's 25 miles an hour, pedestrian scooters. We're asking the city and the council to rationalize what you allow in our public realm and make it safe for all the users. And that means permanent, huge capital investment.
So, before we walk down, I want to give the platform to Samir Lavinia, who many of you know from our TAMAC committee. This is really a grassroots organizing campaign. Samir also is here with his family, so I just want to give a huge shout out to you for being here with an entourage. Samir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. All right, thank you so much to everyone.
Now we can.
No? Okay. All right, I'm going to keep it brief. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. We're here because it's time to demand change from city officials and make it clear that we will not stand for this reckless and gruesome traffic violence on our streets. The mayor has issued a statement recently, and they said, and I quote, "Traffic safety is all of our concerns." That is not the right message to send. If you are walking on the sidewalk, if you are biking in the bike lane, and you are killed by a car, it is not your fault. It is not all of our problem. It is the drivers who are causing this carnage. And it is important that we take them off our streets because they are causing life-changing injuries, amputations, and death. It's important that we refocus our efforts on what can be done. On lengths like Broadway, which is a scar on the grid through Manhattan, we need to get rid of cars entirely. We need to daylight every intersection, like our neighbors in Hoboken, who haven't had a traffic death in 4 years. We often claim that New York is an exceptional place, and it is time to stop using that as an excuse to do nothing and use that as a reason to do better. I want to paint a picture that isn't just doom and gloom, though. I want to talk about a brighter future. This isn't just about removing streets from Broadway. This is about creating a more equitable city for everyone in New York, not just Manhattan. It is important that we focus on what will be. A space where we can enjoy a bright sunny day, strolling, not rushing down a street like we are often forced to do, where you are able to sit down in a new pedestrian plaza and relish the city that we all live in. All of this talk about street redesigns, removing cars, and daylighting intersections is an opportunity. It is an opportunity to reallocate our space for better use. It is not just a reason to say, oh, we're taking space away from cars. No, we are adding space for everyone. Hopefully, the mayor and every elected official will listen to what we have to say today. And soon enough, we'll all live in this new New York City that we can build together, where we can all enjoy the space that we deserve. Thank you. All right, enough talking. These streets are ours. Let's take them. Follow us. We're going to take over Broadway and make our way down, first to the site where the crash happened, and then we'll end at 25th Street. So what do we want?
Safe streets!
When do we want them?
Now!
Let's go, Ted.
What do we want? Safe streets! Now! What do we want? Safe streets! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Safe streets! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Safe streets! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Safe streets! When do we want it? Now! Woo! Safe streets! Now! 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 Safe streets! Our 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 streets!